New moon in Vivacious Virgo is happening on Thursday, September 14th, 2023 at 9:40 p.m. Eastern Time. That is 6:40 p.m. Pacific Time. This new moon is happening at 21 degrees and 59 minutes of Virgo. First and foremost, I want to point out that this new moon is actually making a grand Earth trine. It is making a trine over to Uranus and Taurus, of course, which is retrograde, and a trine down to Pluto and Capricorn. And this creates a grand Earth trine when we have three trines going on at the same time. Definitely lots of Earth energy. Go figure, right? So this trine over to Uranus and Taurus is a very close orb. It's only 1 degree. And Uranus, of course, is retrograde in the sign of Taurus. And keep in mind that Uranus is a planet that can sometimes be a little bit disrupting, and it can be changing, and it's definitely a planet that has to do with other people. Take a look and see where Uranus is transiting in your birth chart. But this, to me, is kind of catapulting us in a way to some sort of revolutionary next step, a revolutionary step in our evolution process. And it could be a little bit disrupting, but it is realizations that can really be beneficial to us in our practical growth. And then that trine over to Pluto and Capricorn. As we know, Pluto has been retrograde and is at 28 degrees of Capricorn. And Pluto has been transiting Capricorn for the past 15 years. So this transition has been a long one, and it did move into the sign of Aquarius in March of 2023 and then retrograded back into Capricorn. So this is kind of the last push, although Pluto will be back. It will go back into Aquarius in January, and then next year in 2024 it will retrograde again for the last time back into Capricorn. But this trine, especially in configuration with the Grand Earth trine, to me is really about making the last practical and physical steps forward in our transformation process of where Capricorn is in our birth chart. So definitely take a look and see where 28 degrees of Capricorn is and which house is ruled by Capricorn if you use the house system of Placidus. That particular area and house that is ruled by Capricorn has been undergoing major transformations over the past 15 years. And by the time the end of 2024 or the beginning of 2025 come along and Pluto is officially in Aquarius for good, those transformations should be completely transformed and rebirthed. There is also an opposition to Neptune, which is retrograde in the sign of Pisces. I always say in all of my videos, Neptune in the sign of Pisces is Piscean energy times 1,000, and it's getting there towards the end of the sign of Pisces, which is the last sign of the zodiac. So it's getting to the end of its transit through the zodiac. And with this opposition, to me, the polarity of Virgo and Pisces is very... Obviously, it's a balancing act between the practical and the spiritual, the over excess and the restriction in a way, and it's practicality versus being way out there, and with an opposition there is a need to find a common ground or a balance in some way, shape, or form. I always like to refer to the Pisces and the Virgo axis. Unfortunately, sometimes it can be on the lower spectrum of things, on the lower vibrational energies of Pisces and Virgo. It can be a lot of anxiety or depression, anxiety being Virgo and depression being Pisces. So this is something to definitely keep an eye on in regards to this new moon or leading up to the new moon with this dark moon in Virgo. The dispositor of this new moon is Mercury, of course, and Mercury is in the sign of Virgo and is retrograde but stationary direct. Mercury will be stationary direct the following day on the 15th. So pretty much Mercury is at a dead stop. And being that Mercury is co-ruled by Virgo, it is emphasized even more so. And when Mercury comes to a complete stop like that, like it's not moving barely at all, there is kind of blocks in our mind, our intellectual abilities, our communication, things that revolve around Mercury. So we could feel very blocked in a lot of ways. Mercury is making an opposition to Saturn and Pisces, so there could be blocks in regards to our spirituality or feeling connected to our spirituality or feeling connected to our spiritual practices, our mission, or our purpose that we're here for, but these are just temporary. There is a trine from Mercury to Jupiter, though, which gives us a little bit of a boost of luck or enthusiasm, which might be a little bit harder to see just because Jupiter is retrograde, and when Jupiter is retrograde, the sense of luck and optimism is sometimes lost. But I do feel like with the trine, that will give us just enough of the, light at the end of the tunnel. I just got the image of the star card in tarot. We may feel like there's a tower moment that's still happening, but in reality, we can feel the light at the end of the tunnel or the good things that are to come. Either way, this dark moon leading up to the new moon in Virgo is going to be a little bit rough, especially as we have the moon passing over Mercury retrograde, which is barely moving. And when we get to this new moon in Virgo, I do feel like it's going to be just kind of a breath of fresh air. It's a great time to set intentions for themes of Virgo or look to see where 21 degrees of Virgo is in your personal chart. I personally love Virgo moon, but definitely take use of things that are practical and earthy and grounded. If you guys want to book a personal reading with me, you can message me on any platform, but happy new moon in Virgo. I love you.